for you, just kind of looking back to last year, when you take everything that happened throughout that season, what are kind of the building blocks for you guys going into this year that you think you can lean on?
Experience. Even though we're a young team, we have a lot of guys who got a chance to play a lot over the last year. We lost some key players, certainly, but in the end, when you have guys that can step in and play the role, when it's their time to step up, it is what it is, and you just can roll with it.
Yeah, no doubt. And speaking of those guys stepping up, who were some of the guys, even if they may be young, that are kind of you expect to lean on this year and kind of lead this team?
We got a quarterback, QB1, Josh Jensen. He got a lot of time about mid-season. Our starter went down with a bad wrist injury, so he was able to step in and get quality reps from there. Of course, the number one guy on our roster, Trevor Wilson. Hopefully he's going to give a lot of offensive and defensive coordinator fits on both sides of the ball. From that end, we got newcomer Kevron Smith, a little receiver, a little QB2. Just an athletic kind of guy. So we got some dudes who can step up and make some things happen this year.
No doubt. And when it comes to with a young team, maybe we've seen it here today. There has to be guys that step up, take accountability. Do you feel like that's happening right now? Like, it looks like it is. Even if it isn't a great start to practice, there's guys that are policing each other in a sense. And how far do you think that's going to help this team with just kind of the experience already?
Well, that's the one thing that's probably changed this program tremendously in about the last 6 years, is guys taking accountability for themselves and for each other. It's one thing when you got coach in your ear, but it's another thing when your peer starts to say something and chirp up, because those guys, no matter what, they respect their peers, and especially the guys who've been around. They're going to look up to them and say, okay, if he's on it, I'm going to be on it too.
No doubt about that. That's a great way to have that all work. For this team this season, what do you kind of expect the bread and butter to be as you guys kind of roll out into week one, just a few days away?
I'd be lying if I didn't say our defense was our strength. That's where we got most of our returners right there. They're seasoned, they're battle tested. So it's a group of young men that are just excited to get out there and play. As long as they put us in a good position offensively, I got no doubt that we'll be in every game.
And for you personally, this time of year, may not be too cold yet. It doesn't have that fall crisp to it. But what do you love about the start of football season and just kind of getting back to the swing of things?
It's just exciting. I mean, you prep for 365 from the very last game to the very first game of the new season. So I couldn't put any better than that. It's just exciting to get back to Friday Night Lights.
No doubt. Anything I missed about this team or anything you want to talk about that we should share for the people?
We're tough-nosed group. I mean, despite everybody's always going to pick at our schedule from time to time, but we've done what we need to do to get back to a place in life that everybody's confident and we can step on the field and believe we can play with anybody. Doesn't matter who it is. So that's the thing. We got grit, man, and we preach it all the time. Greatness resides in toughness, and when they know that and they believe it and they feel it, sky's the limit.
No doubt. That's a good little phrase right there. I like that. And for you, let's do last question here. Just with all the conference realignment in our area, what are your thoughts about that, and how has that changed the way maybe you guys prepare or how you go about things?
Hey, it's out of our hands as far as anything goes. All we know right now is for the next 2 cycles, we're independent. We'll play whoever we need to play, because at the end of the day, we have to set ourselves up for a district. And whoever that is, it's a 5A class team, so we just got to play and get better with each snap. Doesn't matter who we play against, as long as we're prepared when the district comes.
Do you think that's an advantage to you? Obviously when you're set in a conference, you can only kind of make so many choices on your schedule. Right now, not that you can swing it either way, but just being able to kind of understand how this team wants to grow and how you can plan for that.
Being in a conference, it helps with motivational purposes. You get a natural rival. You get a championship. From there, when you're independent, you don't have those outside outliers that will help you stay motivated. So, we just got to look deep within ourselves and understand that, hey, every game counts. That points us towards the end. So that's what we're about. We're just knowing that, hey, just win. Just win.